Hey guys, what is up? Oh, sorry, I had to like pause there for a second because for some reason my phone flashed, and literally nothing popped up. So I have no idea why I did that. So welcome to the stream. I think we streamed on. I don't know when we streamed last. It was sometime. I don't know when it was. Like only a couple of days ago, and we hadn't streamed for a while before that. Um, but yeah, so we'll stream today. I'm not too sure if we'll stream later in the week. Probably not. So that's probably why I'm streaming today, just to make up for that. Um, but yeah, so we'll stream for a bit, probably like around an hour. The usual time. I'll take away. Where's my little thing? I can't find it. I'm blind today. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, sweet. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Well, I should look over here actually. Hello. I am. Or Ian. It's like Ian with an M. Anyway. But yeah, so Arthav Kanor. I think hopefully I pronounced it right. Why they're already two dislikes. Sorry if I'm not speaking right. I only like woke up like half an hour ago. Doesn't matter on these videos. They could get 100 dislikes. I really wouldn't care because these videos don't go up. Oh yeah, Elemental Protector pointed out I had a shave. Yeah, I had a shave. The reason I had a shave was yesterday. I should be able to remember. Yesterday I went and got my like a license photo retaken just to get it updated. So I thought, you know what, it's probably a smart idea for me to be clean shaven. I wanted to get a haircut before it as well, but I thought, well, I'd rather get a shave so at least my face is not covered in hair in the photo, and it doesn't really matter if I have longer hair when I get a haircut and stuff like that in the photo. So yeah, I thought I'd at least get one of them cut. So yeah, lucky I did that. But that's the whole reason. That was the main reason I shaved, because of that. Hello, Zoe joined the chat. Hello, Robert. Hello, everyone else that's joined the chat. In regards to that drama, that Supergirl drama, I always make the mistake in these streams, if I talk about something, to talk about it straight away, and then throughout the rest of the stream, everyone's asking, and I have to repeat whatever we talked about like 5 times. So I'm going to leave that for about like 15 minutes, just because it's going to save me like, and I think everyone knows, if you've been in the stream before, you know that like that's the thing. Like if I talk about it too early, then I'm bringing it up like 3 or 4 other times throughout the stream. It's just a bit annoying. So I'll leave it for about 10 minutes. But in like 10 minutes time, if I've not what do you call it, brought it up again, remind me in the chat, like spam it if I haven't talked about it in about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll remind me. But yeah, so general rules of the stream. Just keep the chat nice and civil. Be nice to one another. Don't try and start any drama in the chat. Yeah, and if you want to support the channel or get your question 100% answered, or your comment 100% read out, you can super chat by clicking this little dollar emblem. It's like a Lego dollar emblem or something. You go send a super chat, and my phone's going off, and you can just drag it up and down, whatever you want, and then just type in We Are the Flash if you want to type that in, and that can be a comment, or you can type in We Are the Flash ? And that can be a question. And then also you can donate through not Super Chat, what's it called? Streamlabs, which is the link at the top of the description, because some people can't donate through Streamlabs. No, some people can't donate through Super Chat. Okay, I got that right. And then all my social media stuff is in the description as well, if you want to go check out any of that. So yeah, hopefully we get to the stream. I know I'm about to jinx it by saying it, but hopefully we don't get too much lag. Apparently YouTube's been having some issues with it. It was pretty clean for a while, but apparently over the weekend they had some issues with it. But I think it's because they're updating stuff, but hopefully it's okay in this stream. So let me move my screen here a bit just so I can see questions. It's a bit more central. What the chicken thing? Well, I was hoping that the thumbnail would give it away, like what I was referencing there in regards to saying just chicken wings. I was just trying to put what else am I going to put in the title? Like, there's nothing really popping up in regards to news and stuff like that. So yeah, it's lagging. It's not lagging for me. I've got it on my screen. It usually tells me if it's lagging, so it's not for me. There was really some flashing thing up here, but that's my OBS is breaking. I don't know if it's Google Chrome or OBS that is doing that, the flashing thing, but that's about it. Am I going to post a Flash video today? No, because I was out yesterday, I didn't have enough time. Like, I didn't get home for a while, so I didn't have time to make a Flash video yesterday to upload for this morning, because it's only 7:15 in the morning. So I'll probably make a flash video for tomorrow and an Arrow one. So there might be 2 videos for tomorrow to make up for no video today. If that makes sense. Well, it does make sense. I know I had to say that. But yeah, so there might be 2 videos tomorrow. But at least one, and it'll most likely be the flash video. And then if not that, then the Arrow video the day after that. What episode of the chicken wings from? I think it's from episode... I had to get the screenshot. Before I started the stream, I was like, I don't have a screenshot of this chicken thing. It was on my old computer. So I had to go get the stuff. And it's episode 5. It took me a while to find it because I thought it was towards the beginning of the episode, but it was towards the end. Do you think Flash Season 4 is underrated? Well, it's underrated in the sense that people rate Season 3. Because Season 4 is better than Season 3. It is. It's much more consistent and it's got a better story. So that automatically makes it better. Sure, Season 3 has like individual episodes which are like, much more spectacular. Like it has more like individual spectacular episodes, while Season 4 maybe had like 4, excluding crossover. But you know, Season 5 probably had maybe like 6, maybe 7 if you want to go that far. But in regards to story, its consistency and it just being a better cohesive story, Season 4 easily beats Season 3. But Season 1 and 2 are still the best 2 seasons that we've had. What's your favourite season of The Flash? Season 1, but I really liked Zoom. I wish Zoom's ending... I've said this before, but I wish Zoom's ending was better. Like, the end was bad. Like, I remember watching it, I was like, oh, I thought it was going to do something better than this. Especially when Cisco saw that thing. Wasn't it in episode 22? When Cisco sees, like, the world cracking, I was like, oh, that's cool. What's he going to do? And nothing really happened after that. Edward Solis with the $5. Thank you very much for that, Edward. How many episodes of next season do you think Oliver will spend behind bars? Do you think Siren will be doing her own thing or helping Team Arrow? Probably... Oh, in regards to the Oliver stuff, I would hope more than 1 episode. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, like, other examples we've had on Arrow before in regards to, like, there being a displacement between the characters, like them being in different areas and stuff like that. And how, because I think that's what they're going to do with Arrow, like previous examples of that. I would hope minimum 3. I would hope at least 3 episodes of Oliver behind bars and us dealing with stuff in there. And then us, you know, going back to the other people and seeing what's going on there. But they could even do more. It depends what the story is going to be in prison. That's the big thing. Like, what's the story going to be in prison? And then that's going to, like, you know, go back to how many episodes are going to be. Because if it's a really short story of, like, Oliver, you know, finds out this information in episode 1, and then he plans to break out, that can't last 3 episodes after that. You know what I mean? And I think that's going to be one of the reasons he tries to get out of prison, is he finds out some information. I know one of the big things is, like, oh, the FBI has him in there to, like, do some undercover work. And I was like, yeah, that could work, but I don't find that interesting. I'd rather he's just in there legit. He's just in there, and then he just faces his own issues and he has to get away out of there because he finds some stuff that's going on the outside. I prefer that's what's going on with Oliver next season. And in regards to the Black Siren thing, I think she'll be doing her own thing, but casually, or not casually, but every now and then running into Team Arrow. Or at least Dinah Drake, one of the two, because we saw that conflict, that meeting between Dinah Drake and Black Siren in the finale. So I like to see more of that, because, you know, there's like a bit of a flip going on there in regards to their relationship. But I think if they're going to have Siren interacting with anyone from Team Arrow every now and then, it would be Dinah Drake. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I can't see him staying in prison more than 5 or 6 episodes, because I think that's overkill. Because how long can the story go in there? But it matters what, as I said, it matters what story they set up in episode 1 in regards to Oliver in prison. Because you got to remember, we're not picking up as soon as he went in there. We're going to pick up like 4 to 6 months after or roughly 4 months, 5 months after he went in there. So that's when we're picking up. So just got to think, okay, Oliver's already been in there for 5 months, and this is what's happened to him, and maybe he's learned this information, or he's already dealt with this. So yeah. Doug with the $2. What's the Supergirl drama? I'll bring that up in about 5 minutes, because I don't like talking about it too early, because then everyone's just asking, what's the Supergirl drama? What's this? And stuff like that. And I have to repeat it like 3 or 4 times throughout the stream. I probably should leave it later, but I don't want to make people wait half an hour to hear me talk about it. So I'll talk about it. in about 5 minutes. Take my word, 1 episode tops. Well, everyone's saying that, so it's not like that hard of a prediction, but like, it's typical for it to be 1 episode, but I'm just hoping it could be 1 episode. Like, if the story makes it 1 episode, fair enough. Go for it. I'm sweet with it. But if the story is like really rushed, or it's a big story that they want to do and they rushed it in 1 episode and Oliver's out by the end of it, then I'm annoyed. But a lot of people complain about Flashpoint. I say, yeah, it should have been 2 episodes, maybe 3. But a lot of people saying, oh, with Flashpoint in Flash Season 3, it should have been half a season. I was like, no, that's terrible. Season 3 would have been even worse than it was, because the whole point of Season 3 was Barry's actions at the end of Season 2, just causing Flashpoint. We didn't have to experience Flashpoint. We just know Barry had to do Flashpoint to start it and change things. And the whole of Season 3 was the consequences of that. Was it handled well, the consequences? No, they could have done better. But if half the season was Flashpoint, that back half would have been so rushed and so messy. You know, I would, as I said, if people wanted 5, I could live with 5. But I think 2 or 3 episodes of Flashpoint was enough. Like, we didn't need to stay in there for half a season. You know, there was no need for it. The only cool thing that it could have come from being in Flashpoint for half the season is that the crossover could have been in the Flashpoint universe. Because, you know, episode 8. But, sorry. It didn't need to be half a season. Flashpoint, yeah, it should have been 2 to 3 episodes, you know? But, I don't know, I saw like a massive argument saying, oh, it should have been half a season. I was like, no, that wouldn't have worked at all. That would have been terrible. It would have got so boring. Will Ragman return? Maybe. I don't know. He was meant to return at the end of, what season was he in? Season 5? He was meant to come back for one of the last episodes of Season 5, and I think they ran out of money, so they changed the episode to that like bunker episode with Oliver and Felicity are trapped due to the EMP. So yeah, if Ragman was ever going to come back, like, it can't just be for 1 episode. Just because, like, I'd rather just come back and be like there for maybe like a couple of episodes. But if he's just one of those typical, I'm back for 1 episode and then goes away, I'd rather just not have him back, to be completely honest. Ragman should go over to Legends. It'd be pretty cool to have Legends, for him to be on Legends in the upcoming season. That'd be pretty cool. Do you watch Comics vs. the Real? Don't know what it is. Not too sure. What do you think of the theory that Cicada is a villain in the future? That's what I think it is. I think I even said that in my initial Cicada video I did. It's like, that's why, well, I said Mystery Girl at the time, or Dawn Allen. She's come back. Because like there could be a possibility that or maybe that's not her sole reason to come back, but she has information on this villain, because if he becomes immortal, he would be around when she was around. So, you know, stop him while he's, you know, building up to that point before he becomes fully immortal and has all these followers and all this stuff, and maybe he's completed his plan, or at least his initial plan. So she would know of that. But, you know, I did talk about that in one of my, I think it was my first one. When I think I was the one that actually told everyone the information the first. I was the first one, sorry, to tell everyone that information, might I say. When is Season 5 of The Flash coming out? October 9th, American. So for me, that's October 10th, because I'm a day ahead. But yeah, October 9th, yeah. Legends is back October 1st, Arrow's back October 8th, Flash is back October 9th, and Supergirl's back October 14th, I think it is. So, will I do a reaction video for the trailers at Comic-Con? Maybe. If people, the thing is, I don't mind trailer reactions. I'm fine with that. If you do trailer reactions, it's sweet, because I've done them in the past. It's just that it's not my thing to do, but if people want them, I will. The reactions to episodes are things I'm not the biggest fan of, because I think I just don't find them interesting. Trailer reactions are cool though. But if people want me to do trailer reactions to whatever they show at Comic-Con, whether it's like the Aquaman trailer, the Shazam, probably teaser we'll probably get, maybe like a 30-second teaser, I'll do that. But in regards to like the CW shows, I'll probably just do trailer breakdowns for them, just because that's what I've always done with my channel with them. Except I might do like a Supergirl trailer reaction, because I don't really, that's if they do anything, because Supergirl's meant to be starting production late, so they might not even have anything for Comic-Con, to be completely honest. But yeah, Legends, Arrow, and Flash, I'll probably just do trailer breakdowns. Yeah. But the movie stuff, if we get anything Marvel wise, I don't think we will. Will we get anything? Maybe Captain Marvel. That's about it. Maybe Captain Marvel. Then I might do reaction videos for those. But leading up to that, I'll probably ask you guys in various videos or on the community tab and stuff like that what you would want to see. But at this time, I'll probably do that. But because Comic-Con's a big period, as I'm sure you all know. Doug with the $2. Where's the West Allen tribute video? It's coming. It's in the works. There's so much West Allen stuff to go over in regards to clips and stuff. It's going to take me so long. But, you know, hold your horses. What's up with the Speedy casting footage? My Arrow video I'm going to do is actually some Blue Beetle test footage. And then I'll do another one for the Speedy stuff in the next couple of days. Because I wouldn't mind getting another clip from that character casting audition stuff, like another person doing it. Because I don't think the first one, the acting was that good, to be completely honest. Like the Blue Beetle one, the acting's fine. I don't know if he necessarily suit Arrow, but his acting's good, so I can actually get a grip on what the scene was. But that the first one I watched for that like possible new Speedy, the acting wasn't all that good. Maybe I didn't watch it. I've only watched it once. The Blue Beetle one I've watched like 2 or 3 times, but that I've only watched it once, so maybe I wasn't really focusing. But yeah, so I'll what do you call it? Probably go over that next couple of days, and hopefully we might get another audition tape go up there, or I might be able to find another clip online, maybe on YouTube somewhere. I'll have to look it up though. Edward Solace with the $5. Thank you very much for that, Edward. Do you think Oliver will legitimately escape or make a deal with the FBI to free him in exchange for something else? It could be either or. Like if Diaz has got to a point where he's just running rain and just, you know, absolutely controlling Star City and spreading stuff through the quadrant and stuff, and the FBI cannot control it, but they have faith that Oliver might be able to deal with it in some way, shape, or form, they might do it. They might make a deal with him. I would prefer if Oliver escaped and maybe he's on the run, so it's like fugitive Oliver, so he can't just walk around the street and go, "Hi, I'm Oliver Queen." He actually has to be in like the shadows and be hidden and stuff like that, and or at least what do you call it? Be disguised, you know, be incognito if you want to call it. That's what I prefer to see, and then that maybe could be how Roy Harper is brought into all of it. So he's teamed up with Roy Harper throughout at least half that season, and yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Because a lot of people are asking when it comes to the crossover and stuff, how's it going to work? Well, it seems like, you know, they're going to Gotham. It's outside. Oliver will most likely be, you know, hidden and stuff with all these other vigilantes and people and stuff like that. So I don't think that's too much of a risk for Oliver to go there. I think the issue is how do people know what Oliver is? That's maybe the issue. But yeah, we'll talk that. Obviously, that's something to figure out later when we get closer to that crossover. Josh King with the $2. Thank you very much for that, Josh. Arrow season 7, will Dinah and Curtis get new suits? I hope Dinah does. Not a fan of her suit. Like the normal suit is fine, but you know she has like that. I think she has like this, like a sleeve like that. But then it's like, and then she has gloves. But then it's like that blocked off. I was like, that's the perfect place to get your arm chopped off. So why not have Kevlar there? Like her suit's meant to be Kevlar. Why is it not Kevlar there? Like Oliver has a suit where there's Kevlar there and he can bend and stuff like that. Why doesn't Dinah have one there? That's so stupid. I'm fine with Curtis's. I think Curtis's is pretty cool. Not the fan of the mask. Like, I don't think there's a necessity to put the T there. Like, in the comics, looks cool. You know, real life, maybe not. You know, maybe not have that T there on his face. Maybe just have, like, a normal mask. But they'll keep it. You know, they'll keep it regardless. But, yeah. If any of those two is going to get one, I actually want Dinah to get a new one. I'm fine with Curtis's suit. I think Curtis's looks pretty cool. For what it is, you know. But yeah, we'll jump into this Supergirl drama now, actually, because it's been about, 15 minutes since I asked you guys to remind me. And I think everyone's just typing in the chat now, Supergirl drama. So there's a couple of things. It's all stemming from one thing. Now, I'm sure at least one person in the stream has seen the thread on Twitter. I'm going to try and bring it up, actually. Give me 2 seconds. But essentially, it revolves around... Supergirl's one of those ones. Like, I know a lot of people go on about, like, West Allen and stuff, and, like, versus Snowbarrow and stuff. But, like, a lot of the ones... what do you call it? In the Supergirl stuff... So I'm just trying to find this thing. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. Because I need it for context. Because it was a massive thread. It was a massive thread. Can I find it? There we go. I found it. Just gonna load, or is it just? I think she deleted one of her tweets. Anyway, the first drama was okay. So there's a ship called obviously there's the Caramel ship, and then there's like the Supergirl ship, which is like Lena Luthor and Supergirl, and obviously Caramel is Supergirl and Mon-El. So that's like the two ships there, and obviously they go at it. And obviously one's like an LGBT ship, while the other one's just a straight heterosexual ship as well, or straight ship, whatever you want to call it. But eventually, it's got to the point where Mon-El apparently is going to get kicked from the show due to the Supergirl fans like. I don't know what it was. Like a lot of the tweets aren't like really worded that well. Because it's a lot of tweets. Like honestly, it could be a short story. Like honestly, I could. Oh, Jesus Christ! If you talk about this in a video, we go for like half an hour. But essentially, it's like, you know, them campaigning to get off the show. That's what the people have been saying. I don't know if that's true because I don't listen to this crap. To be completely honest, if you ship them, I'm fine with that. But for me, I just don't look into this. To be completely honest, but I saw it on my feed, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is like next level. But it's got to the point where people are saying, oh, like, you're bullying him stuff, and like Mon-El doesn't deserve to be kicked off the show. Personally, I don't think Mon-El's a character that works that well in Supergirl, just due to the fact that he takes time away from Kara. Like when he was just Mon-El, and like there was no what's the word I'm looking for? There was no relationship there between the two. Like there might have been some flirting or something like that, but when there was no relationship between the two, Mon-El was a good character, and Kara got her time because she was the main like character on the show. But as soon as they got together, you know, it almost became like the Mon-El show for the most part. Like when there was a episode focused with those two. So I would prefer if Mon-El left the show, or if Mon-El stayed on the show, him and Kara aren't together. So Mon-El is still like Saturn Girl. Mon-El's still like associated with her, or like married to her. I'm just trying to find the other thing. There was another thing I wanted to talk about. I think someone brought it up in the chat before. It was the suit. It was the suit, I'm pretty sure. Someone brought it up. I saw that briefly. I might be able to scroll through here quickly and just use my eagle eye to try and find the word suit. Suit. Oh, I found it. Okay. This is from Katie McGrath, who plays Lena Luthor. She goes, so it can start up here, or does it start down there? It starts down here. They're talking about how Melissa Benoist's boots, like the Supergirl boots, look uncomfortable, and she's got a lot of different suits for different requirements. And I was like, whatever that word is, but there's no suit with pants. And they're complaining about how this has been like a common complaint about the Supergirl suit for a while, just because it should be updated. Like they've gone with the classic Supergirl suit, but I think especially with like where they film in Vancouver, where it can get fairly cold and stuff, sometimes you got to adapt the suit and just make it, you know, better. And a lot of people want the Injustice suit for Supergirl, which is basically Rain. If you watch Supergirl this season, Rain has like the full legs and stuff. I agree, that should probably be the suit. I think it would look cooler. Sure, the classic suit was cool for like the first couple of seasons, but sometimes you got to just upgrade the suit. Like, does anyone agree with me? Like, maybe they should just upgrade the suit and make it like Rain's. You know how Rain's got like it's like pants. You know, it's pants or something. I don't know what the correct word to use is. I would say pants, I don't know, or like it's a onesie or something like that. She's got leggings. That's probably the way I'm going to word it. And I think that's Injustice. I think it was in the comics at one point. It wasn't New 52, because New 52 basically Kara was wearing a what do you call it, like a swimsuit almost. It was a swimsuit with a cape. That's basically what she was wearing in New 52 from what I remember. I think that's like the common complaint. A lot of people, because I think it's like, and like, it's just been common complaints about it, to be completely honest. But like that's people can look for it. I'll try and give me 2 seconds. If I can find it, I might retweet it. So if you go to Twitter, I'll actually retweet the thing. I've lost it because I'm an idiot. How do I get? Here we go. I found it. Don't worry. I'll retweet the thread. So if people want to go look at it, you can go have a look at it now. I'll just retweet the thread if you want to follow me on Twitter. I'm not going to go through all of it just because it's like, it's heaps long. Like once you click on it and you see it, you'll just see how long it is. And leotard, that's the word I was looking for, leotard. So yeah, it's like a leotard with like the long sleeves, but it has like no legs, no skirt as well. So if they did that on the show, yeah, I think there'd be even more controversy. But yeah, sorry, I was just reading something in the chat. But yeah, there's been like, there always seems to be drama with Supergirl. I don't know why. If anyone wants to let me know why there's always drama with Supergirl. Like, I thought Arrow was the most dramatic fan base, to be completely honest. Oh, sorry, I just knocked my mic. But yeah, I know if anyone wants to, I just retweeted it. So if anyone wants to go have a look at that thread, they can on the old Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about the ships because honestly, I have literally no idea. The only ships that I ever have to like impact myself on and have to deal with were Olicity. I haven't had to deal with Olicity for a while just because I don't know what happened to that. I think they just, I think it's just like they should be happy with what's on the show at the moment. So you can't really, there's nothing to really start World War 3 over. And then West Allen's. That's basically about it. They broke up Sambers. Well, I didn't know. Supergirl's got poor management of characters. I think that's one thing they've always had is poor management of characters. Like Jimmy Olsen, and they'll just chuck him in, like chuck a Guardian episode in like every like 10 episodes, or at least involve him every 10 episodes. And what was it? Was it 2 weeks ago? They did like an episode and they tried to make it like some race relations episode, and it just came off like so poorly thought out. Like one thing that Arrow did really well last year, and something that they actually didn't even do, is that they were going to do a Black Lives Matters episode or something like that. I don't know if it was necessarily revolved around Curtis. He was meant to be involved with it, but I don't know if it was necessarily around him. But they cancelled that episode because I think there was one black writer on the Arrow's writer's room and the rest were white. And they just thought, well, I don't know if they thought to get rid of it or higher ups were like, yo, this is a bad idea. Let's just not even touch it. Because one of the most highly criticized episodes of Arrow the previous season was that gun laws episode. Remember when the guy just walks in and starts shooting up City Hall? Highly criticized, not well done on Arrow. It almost was just like to do like a political statement almost. And it was just like, yo, Arrow, you're a comic book show about a dude who fires arrows. Just stick to that stuff. Stay out of politics. And I think they took the gist and stuck away from the Black Lives Matters episode because it wouldn't surprise. I don't know how if anyone watches Supergirl, I haven't watched the episode yet. How did the Jimmy Olsen episode play out? Because I know it was meant to be some like race relations episode. I don't know if it was necessarily meant to be like a Black Lives Matters episode, but it wouldn't have surprised me if they just moved that Arrow concept over to Supergirl, but just replaced possibly Curtis with Jimmy Olsen. I don't know. I haven't watched Supergirl for the past 2 episodes. I'll probably catch up today, and then watch today's episode along with that. So 3 episodes I'll have to watch. Okay, I've swapped it to live chat. I don't know why I was on top chat. I don't know if it's always been on that or not, sorry. So it's on live chat now, for people that were asking. There were people who criticized the Black Lives Matter stuff on Black Lightning. Yeah, but that was central to Black Lightning. Oh, yeah, Nissa, we'll get to that in a second. I just wanted to finish off this, what do you call this? Like, segment, if you want to call it. But I thought the Black Lives Matter stuff was, like, relevant to Black Lightning, while on Arrow and Supergirl, it's not necessarily relevant. I know in modern day it should be relevant, and just general life it should be relevant, but it was like a base to the show. You know, it was something that they tackled from episode 1. But yeah, we're getting to Nissa's super chat. This is $5 from Nissa. Thank you very much for that. I have a theory that Iris is pregnant, but she doesn't know because it's too soon to do a test. What do you think? It's a possibility, but I think what they should have done is not even have that scene. You know? They should not even had that scene, because I think it's going to annoy people if Iris is like, no, I'm not pregnant. And then we pick up next season and she's like 4 or 5 months into being pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, it can annoy people. I just find it like, I don't know what the word, I'm trying to think of a show that's done it before. I can't remember what it was. Some shows done in the past where it's been like not off the end of a season though. It's been like in the middle of a season. No, I'm not pregnant. And then like 2 episodes later, oh, I'm pregnant. You know. I prefer if they didn't do that. Like if Iris was going to be pregnant, just say she's pregnant, because it would have lined up to her daughter walking in. So it would have made sense. The issue is that Jordan says that no one wants to see Iris pregnant, and that is true. I'm pretty sure that I might be saying, oh, Paige, this is you just against the West Islanders again. Like, no, there's a reason you don't do kids on these shows. It's just because, especially with the main characters, like with Joe and Cecile, it's fine because we're going to see that baby, like, the same amount of time we'll see Diggle's son. Oh, it used to be daughter, but now son. You know what I mean? When it's not with a main character, it's fine. Like a main character by, like, you know, Barry, Iris, maybe Cisco, Caitlin. You know, they're the main characters of the show. They're the ones you spend the most time around. And I guess Wally if he's there. But when it's with a main character, you're going to have to see that baby constantly, and stories are going to have to revolve around that baby. No one wants to see that. And I think that's the whole reason that they brought in their daughter from the future. So they do parenting with their 25 to 30-year-old daughter rather than doing it with a baby. If they're going to do... I don't mind them introducing Iris being pregnant, but you do it in the last season, because no one wants to deal with that baby, you know? No one wants to. That's why Arrow hasn't done Olicity babies, because it's too hard to deal with. So they've gone and got William in there, and even then they struggle with him. Like, William's to be, what, 13? 12 or 13? I don't know, 13, 14, somewhere in that. Like, between 12 to 14 years old. And they struggle with that. And he's hardly in the show compared to what a baby would. Because you might be wondering, oh, well, the baby would be at childcare. But it was like, yeah, but whenever there's anything that's Iris, like, she would have to be taking care of that baby for X amount of months. It doesn't just go straight into childcare. It'd be, you know, dealing with that baby. So, and you have to constantly see that baby. And it's just, no one wants that, you know? Like, if you're going to do it, you do it at the end, the last series. That's what a lot of shows do. They'll have a baby at the end of the series. You might deal with the baby for a couple of episodes, or it's born in the finale. One of the two. Did you watch Batman Ninja? I've watched like half of it. It was freaking me out. I think I was watching it when I was going to sleep, to be completely honest. Wait, people disliked the guy that did a shooting, and people didn't necessarily dislike the episode, because the episode dramatically was fairly well done. It was the CW trying to make a political statement when it wasn't needed. It wasn't needed, and that's why it was highly criticized, and that's why I think they went away from the whole Black Lives Matters episode on Arrow, because did anyone want Arrow to tackle Black Lives Matters, or the issue around that? No. No one was asking for it, so why bring it? You know what I mean? Like, when it's another show that's central to it, like Black Lightning, people are asking that people tackle those issues that the black community faces, you know, whether it's the law officials or others. So Black Lightning dealt with that because it fits around what the show's going for and the show's tone and the story around the show. But does it fit around Arrow? No. It was sort of silly. And it felt really forced as well, for the most part. I'm sorry, I just have to scroll down here. I wasn't there. Frosty Flash Vibes with the $5. Thank you very much for that, Frosty Flash Vibes. I don't mind politics slash feminism in shows, but only if they're done right. CW is too straightforward with it. They just don't do it. Yeah, like they force it. They chuck it in front of you without leading up to anything. You know what I mean? They don't lead up to anything, which is it's a bit annoying. And that's why they shouldn't tackle it. Because as I said, that the Jimmy Olsen episode just came out of nowhere because, as I said, he's hardly done on the show. He's hardly used. And then all of a sudden they make him the focus and put him in like this race relations issue, and just like build up to it at least. Build up to it at least. Don't just force it. And that's one of the issues that they face. Like, they've got 23 episodes, 22 episodes a season to do it. Then, you know, build up to it. You got time. Even if it's like 5 minutes in a previous couple of the episodes, do that and then lead up to this episode. Why is part of the title chicken wings? Why isn't it chicken wings? Because chicken wings, I love chicken wings. I think we all do. They can make Iris pregnant and use her pre-Flashpoint comic storyline to avoid showing children on the show. You mean the one with like the future stuff? Yeah, but like they could do that, but then it's just like it's a bit confusing. Like, if they're going to do that, they may as well have killed Iris in season 3 and have like the whole clone thing play out. They may as well have done that if they're going to do the whole kids in the future thing. I saw a question I wanted to answer. When are you doing the Batman Ninja and Suicide Squad Hell to Pay? I did it like about a week ago, I think it was. I already announced that. It was a week ago? It was about a week and a... No, it was around a week ago, roughly. Just over a week. Would have been on last weekend, I think. How do you feel about Barry's daughter being named Nora Allen instead of Dawn Allen? I think it was just literally the show saying, haha, you picked Dawn Allen? Haha, wrong. It's Nora Allen. Even though it's the exact same character, we just changed the name. You're wrong. I think it was just them being smartasses, to be completely honest. How do you do clips and talk at the same time in YouTube? I think lower the audio. I think that's what you might be referring to, Chris. Not too sure. Let me know if that's exactly what you're talking about. I'm beginning to hate the cape tricks on Supergirl. It's so cringy. It's not even funny. It's I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Because when they're saying, oh, we know how to build the world killers and stuff, I was like, okay, it's this cool, like, Super Saiyan spirit bomb sort of thing. No, we flick our capes. And I was like, wow. Just I didn't want to talk about it. I'm going to get like a migraine thinking about it, but yeah. You can't defend that. It's terrible. Fair enough if that's one stage, but that actually being it, no. No. Just something else, please. I would like to see a Deathstroke show. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Sorry if my eyes red. I just rubbed it. I don't know why I'm rubbing it. I don't get hay fever, so it shouldn't be like this. But anyway. Will Black Flash ever return to the Flash and hunt down Noah? I might do a video on that in the next couple of days because it's one of those like plot holes that should be, you know, it shouldn't be a plot hole, but I'll probably do a video on that in the next couple of days, so keep your eyes out for that. Do you think Argo City is a bit far-fetched? I haven't watched Supergirl, so I know it's like the surviving part of Krypton, but I haven't watched it and seen like how it survived and stuff. Oh, not Krypton, sorry. No, how it survived Krypton, but I haven't watched Supergirl to find out all of that, so I'll have to obviously look into it. I feel like they overdid the feminist and the Black Lives Matters issues. It's okay to talk about it, but not randomly, and especially if it's not a way that it can be intertwined. Yeah, as I said, it just felt like it was just there one episode, and the next episode just wasn't there. Supergirl is trash and so are your mods with these weird ass rules. I don't know necessarily what these rules are. If it's spamming, then yeah. Basically the main rules are don't spam, whether it's emojis on my name, and that's about it. And also obviously anything offensive. Try not to be offensive. Whether it's derogatory terms and stuff like that, otherwise they will get removed. Have I watched Solar yet? Yeah, I watched it like, what, a week and a half ago? Like, whenever it came out. I watched it like the first day I was out, I think. Or the second day, one of the two. I'm not the biggest Star Wars dude. I thought it was pretty boring. That's just me, though. You know? The cameo was cool. That's probably the coolest moment. But I thought it was fairly boring. But that's just me. I'm not saying the movie's crap. That's just my opinion. I thought it was a bit boring. Booster Gold should show up on Legends. Do agree. That'd be pretty cool, especially the whole Rimp Hunter thing. That'd be interesting. Well, if we get Blue Beetle on Arrow, then I don't see why we couldn't get Booster Gold on Legends, because I think the whole reason that Blue Beetle was sort of like kept away was due to the fact that he was involved with the Booster Gold movie. It's meant to be like a buddy cop movie, but that is not looking like it's going to go ahead. So if they can do Blue Beetle, then you think we'd be able to do Booster Gold. Can we get a goatee, Pagey? Maybe. Do you think Slade's son will pop up next season? Maybe. Maybe. It's a possibility. Don't know what the story they could do with it, though, to be completely honest. Did you watch this season of iZombie? Yeah, I did. I watched it. I finished it, when it finished. Monday, America, last Tuesday for me. So a week ago exactly, the finale came out. I thought it was pretty good. Any thoughts on the Weeper? I think we should just be left to assume that the DeVoe took his powers. I think we should just assume that. Unless he thought it wouldn't be smart to take his powers. So it's either he's locked up in a dungeon and he's still down there dying, or DeVoe took his powers. Either or. Will Blue Beetle be the vigilante version, or his successor, with the alien scarab and stuff? You'd want the scarab. If you're going to do Blue Beetle, do the scarab. But the thing is, with this test footage I'm going to go over probably tomorrow or the day after, it seems like he's inventing the tech. So that could mean that there is no scarab, or the scarab does something else. Or maybe he's developing the technology from a scarab. Something along those lines. But it seems like he's inventing the technology himself. Do you think Nora will help Caitlyn get her powers back? Probably not. I think Caitlyn will that'll be her own story, and I think Nora will be involved. Maybe slightly, maybe some future stuff, but in regards to her getting her powers back current day, I think it'll just be Caitlyn, maybe with some help from Cisco and stuff as well. Might be leftover Dominator tech. Possibility. It's a possibility. Are we getting Ted Cord or Jamie Reyes, or is it not confirmed yet? Well, it's definitely not Jamie Reyes, because it's not a younger actor, and it's not Hispanic, so it's not going to be Jamie Reyes. So it's either going to be Ted Cord, or it could be Daniel Garrett. Daniel Garrett's the first one. It gives them some leeway that they could just do Daniel Garrett, because he is a Blue Beetle from the comics. So they could do Daniel Garrett if they want. The character that's being casted, like the casting name, which is basically usually not the real name they're using, is Daniel Porter. So they could just make it Daniel Garrett. But yeah, it's going to be either Daniel Garrett or Ted Cord. It won't be Jamie Reyes, because the character's too old to be him. And also, ethnicity-wise, they're looking for a Caucasian, not a Hispanic. Hame. Well, I'm pronouncing it Jamie. I don't know. Not many people in Australia are called Hame. Usually it's Jamie. That way it's spelled. So I've always called it Jamie. Yeah, it's basically like, respect everyone in the chat. Don't like spam emojis or cap locks, and don't tag me like 5 times so the whole screen is orange. Because you'll be able to see it on screen when you type Pagey. It's all orange. But yeah, so it's a bit annoying when the whole screen's orange. Would you have preferred Bart Allen as opposed to Nora Allen? Well, I think Nora Allen is incorporating some Bart Allen with her. I think they're trying to kill a couple of birds with one stone in regards to the Nora Allen character. That is to mean something, the choker, right? Yeah. So, Nora Allen, when we see her talk to Caitlyn and Harry, you get a really close shot of her, and you can see she has 2 chokers. So one is one that she's wearing in when she walks in to talk to Barry and Iris. She's wearing one of those. The other one is some other random one, but the one she wears in when she walks in with Barry and Iris looks very, 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 very almost identical, or very, 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 very similar and almost identical to Caitlyn's choker. So I know where that's going to come up from. Maybe Caitlyn's like the godmother and gives of Nora and gives her that or something like that. But I have to wait and see. What new skills do you think Barry will learn in season 5? Well, maybe one. It probably won't be that impressive either. I wonder if Harry comes back in season 5. Will they confirm there's a new Wells? Who that Wells is another question. But yeah, so we could get Harry back for like 1 or 2 episodes, but don't expect Harry to be back as like the main dude. Do you think they cut the villain tease so they could change the big bad to a speedster? I don't know why they changed it, because there's all those casting things and they're still casting Cicada. So he's, or Cicada, however you want to pronounce it. So they didn't, he's still going to be in next season. So it makes me think, why did they cut it? The only thing I can think of is maybe they didn't want to, what do you call it? Include the lightning bolt daggers. Maybe they didn't want to include them. Maybe they wanted to change what he's associated with. So they thought, oh, maybe the lightning bolt daggers aren't the best thing. So if they set that up and they don't bring it up next season, everyone's going to be going like, what the hell? So maybe they cut that and maybe they're going to reshoot a scene. Maybe, I'm not too sure. How do you think these Wells will differ from the others? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Probably very, very similar, but different at the same time. What do you think the villain for season 2 will be in? What do you think the villain for season 2 will be in Black Lightning? I'm guessing Tobias Whale. I'm thinking they were just using a whole of season 1 to just set him up to be the villain for season 2. They referenced a military test pilot disappearing a while back. Was this a nod to Green Lantern in the Arrowverse? Yeah, I think it was just a nod to Hal Jordan stuff, and also the aircraft left from Ferris Air as well. So, will we see Ginger Wally West? Wally is Ginger Wally West. They establish in the Arrowverse that the Wests are black, so Wally West naturally becomes black. Yeah, so there is no Ginger Wally West. I've heard theories of how they do it, and it's like, no, it still doesn't make sense, because that just changes the race of the West family. You know, unless they do something where it's like a la Wally West, like the Wally West 2, if you want to call it, like this, the younger Wally West from the comics now, where he's, you know, another nephew, you know, mixed race and stuff like that. MK19:20. Do you think that season 5 of The Flash will fix the issues of season 4? Well, I don't think there's much to fit. Like, if anyone wants to let me know, what is your biggest issue of season 4 that you would like to see fixed in season 5? So something that we have that's in the last couple of episodes of season 4 that you would want eradicated in season 5, or at least fixed. Not something from the beginning of season 4, something from towards the end of season 4 that you want fixed in season 5. Because honestly, I think season 4 ended fairly strongly. I don't think there's really much you can fix. You know what I mean? I think it's more like little character things, and maybe characters being where they shouldn't be. That's just me personally. Like, I can understand if people have issues with it. Like, I know the common one's going to be, yeah, like Jordan just wrote it, like less Iris, no team leader Iris. If they don't do the reporting storyline with Iris next season, I don't know what they're doing with the character, because the character's always been, you know, I want to be a reporter and stuff, and then it just sort of died off. Like, why would she lose that ambition? Yeah, I'm probably going to do a video in the next, like, a couple of weeks. I wouldn't tell you exactly when. It's going to be about Iris, and, like, it's going to be specifically on Iris. And honestly, the video is probably just going to be called Let's Talk Iris West in season 5 of The Flash or something. And what they should do with it. I know people are going to disagree because people think she should be the main character. Doesn't make sense. But we'll talk about the correct way to use her that appeases every single viewer. You know, every single viewer will be happy with what she's doing. And I'll probably get some feedback from you guys, but that's leading up to them. That'll be leading up to that video. How do you become a mod? Do you send a $20 super chat? You can send a $20 super chat if you want, trash can. Mods are usually from Patreon. I think every single one of my mods is a Patreon, apart from one. Maybe change the donation alert to Nora saying this house is bitching. I might. I'll probably do that for next stream. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Sorry, I just got a thingo. Sorry, don't worry. So I'm going to stream for like another 10 minutes, guys. And then we'll end the stream. What do you think Nora Allen's big mistake is? I think it's a series of mistakes, because they said that she came back 4 different times. So the wedding, jitters with Cisco and Ralph, jitters with Caitlin and Harry, and then delivering that thing to Cecile. So she traveled back to those points individually. She wasn't there at the wedding and then lived through this current day, or this, current period, up to that point where Cecile got that present. She was going back and forth from the future every single time. At least that's what the producers said, or that's how they worded it. They might have worded it incorrectly, but we just have to take what they've said. That's what we can do. So I think it's just a correlation of mistakes, but I think she was trying to fix something in the future that's caused the mistake, and that mistake was the satellite, and that's why she's destroyed the satellite. But also causing the destruction of the satellite is another mistake. Now, we know that there was dark matter and stuff like that. That was most likely in the satellite, because it shot up from Star Labs, so you have to think there's some like dark matter in there. So what I think is going to happen is next season, in regards to the new metahumans, is that when Barry and Nora, or possibly Nora, we don't know if it was 100% Nora that destroyed it with him, but we have to think it is. When they destroyed that satellite, they let out dark matter, so people around that area became metahumans. Or at least some of them became metahumans. Very similar to like when the particle accelerator sent all that dark matter out everywhere. That's just a thought though, because I don't know how they're going to introduce more metahumans. I don't know where they're going to do it from, because the whole metahumans in season 4 was the bus metahumans and stuff like that. So how are they going to introduce more next season? It wouldn't surprise me if that satellite exploding with the dark matter is the new source for all those metahumans. I haven't seen anyone else talk about that, so if anyone steals that idea, send them my way. I was watching the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, and when the intro came up, I thought I was watching a Pagey video, LMFAO. Yeah, a lot of people seem to forget that the intro I use a lot of the time, that Crisis on Infinite Earths one, or that, the one the page has all the different shows and stuff pop up, is from the Crisis on Earth X crossover. A lot of people forget that. So I think Emergency Awesome used the actual proper Crisis on Infinite Earths intro, and a lot of people thought that he was stealing my intro, because I must have just forgot that that was the actual like official thing for those couple of episodes. But yeah, pretty funny. Who is the villain from Supergirl season 4? I think it's meant to be Manchester Black. That's the rumor. That hasn't been confirmed, but I think it's a character description. It basically confirms Manchester Black. I was watching a person's video and thought I was watching Paige's video. Such quality. Yeah, very similar in quality. Oh, God, I am sleepy, not going to lie. I have to take Cal to the vet, though, today, so no going back to bed for me. I have to actually, when am I going to vet? Oh, shit, I have to end this stream. Oh, no, I've got about half an hour after the end of the stream, so I'll still stream for like the next 10 minutes. Did you know that there is a Constantine TV show? Yeah, I watched it. The issue with the Constantine TV show is like Matt Ryan as Constantine. Awesome. Issue with the Constantine TV show, the writing. It's not the most interesting show to watch, personally, for me. Like, if it was anyone else than Matt Ryan as Constantine, I don't necessarily think that the show would be as interesting. I think that's why a lot of people like the show, because Matt Ryan's such a good Constantine. Do you think they'll do a redemption arc for Richard Dragon? Nah, probably not. I just had a triple burger from Wendy's. I pretended it was a big belly burger. Man, they should just open up. The thing is, there's a place right near me, like about 40 minutes down the motorway, called Movie World. It's like an amusement park. They call it Hollywood on the Gold Coast, because it's in the Gold Coast. And they actually have a big belly burger in there. Now, I don't know if every now and then, because I think you can actually walk in it. I think you can walk in it, but it's like there's like a DC part of the amusement park. So it's got like Batman, it's got like the Green Lantern and stuff dressing up and walking around, and Flash walking around and stuff. But there's like a big statue of Gorilla Grodd. There's a big belly burger. There's a Jitters. But I don't know if they're open. I haven't been there for ages. I've just seen people take photos there, but I don't know if you can actually walk in. They're actually like proper restaurants, like there is at like Disneyland and stuff, where there's all that stuff there. What the hell is going on with my hair? Just move that over there. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. I thought I had some stuff down there. I'm just moving it because it's in the way. All good. Sorry, just clicking. Stuff's just popped up on my screen. Okay, I'm all good. So I'm going to end the stream in like 5 minutes, guys. So if you want to get any last questions in, let me know. Do you know this guy named J-Raw? Yeah, I think he shit talked me on a stream once. I'm not too sure. That's what I was told, at least. I'm not 100% sure if that actually happened, but I was told that. So, yeah. Do you think we'll see Wally West become the Flash? It matters. It matters if, like, what do you call it? How long the show goes and what happens with Grant Gustin. Like, if the show's only going to go for 7 seasons, then and that's Grant Gustin's contract, then we'll just see Barry Allen as the Flash forever. But what do you call it? The issue with that is if Grant Gustin leaves and the show keeps going, would they be able to get Kenan Lonsdale on, or would they have to recast Wally? You know, that's the biggest issue they face. But yeah, that's something to worry about when we get to that point, I guess. But I guess it just matters around whether Grant Gustin wants to keep playing the character, and if not, if he wants to leave, then also then get Kenan Lonsdale to come back. I think Wally should stay with the Legends for all of season 4. I would prefer if that happened, but what I wouldn't mind seeing is, like, if Legends is doing something where Wally isn't needed, that he could take the time ship, or the little time ship thing they have, and go to present day, and it could be like the comics where Wally will be with the Titans, but then he's also in a Flash comic every now and then. That's what I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Doma Drum with the $2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Doma. What happened to the Weeper never showing back up? I think I said this earlier. I think we should just assume that either DeVoe like absorbed him, or whatever you want to call it, or he's still locked up somewhere in DeVoe's den or wherever it was. One of those two options. The only reason I say that DeVoe wouldn't have absorbed him is, I don't know if, like, with the crying stuff, like, does he just, like, constantly cry? Or, like, or is he very emotional? Because DeVoe might not want that in his arsenal, having, like, the potential to just cry randomly. Like, it's just easier to have the Weeper locked up somewhere. But then it makes you think, like, well, wouldn't Marlize know about that? Like, wouldn't Marlize know about the Weeper being locked up somewhere? So, yeah. I want a Wally Central episode on Legends. I wouldn't mind that either. Like, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah. Do you think season 5? Do you all think season 5 will have to do with the news article? I know the news article is one of those things where I'm like, are they ever going to come back to that properly? Because they always just use it as a reference, almost like they use it in season 1. Like, Eobard used it as a reference to see that stuff wasn't happening or changing in the future, so he was okay when he went back. And then in season 3, it was used to see if Iris survives the Savitar thing. So it's usually just used as a reference for the most part. But yeah, like, I don't know if they're actually going to use it as like a proper plot point rather than just a reference every now and then. Do you think Ralph will join Legends of Tomorrow? No, he'll stay on Flash. Yeah. How long is Supergirl going to go on for, like, in seasons how many? Well, the common thought is that it's going to end... It could end it after season 4, because the common thought is that Melissa Benoist wants to do something else other than Supergirl. Which doesn't surprise me. Like, you know, she might want to do something else. But yeah, it's hard to tell. Like, if you just sort of have to wait until you get to the points where they're going to renew shows and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess it all just depends on what Melissa Benoist wants to do. If she wants to do other stuff, and we'll leave the show. But I know what her contract is, you know. Melissa is not into Supergirl, don't blame her. I think she likes playing the character and likes inspiring young girls with the character, but I don't think she's committed to the show itself. I think that's the issue. Like, she likes playing the character. She likes being associated and playing the character. And then she likes, like, you know, being a role model and stuff for young girls and stuff. But I don't think she's committed to the actual show as a whole. I think that's one of the things that's fairly obvious with Melissa Benoist. Whether she keeps doing it is another question, but we'll have to wait and see. If Melissa leaves, they'll cancel it because you can't. They won't recast it. They will just end it. Yeah, there's no point. They'll just end it. What are you expecting from Shazam? A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Very probably the opposite of what we've had with DC for a while. Which I still like it because I prefer, like, I think DC works better when it's a bit darker. But Shazam's going to be those, like, one movies where it's just, you know, it's still going to have some dark elements, most likely. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. But guys, I'm going to end the stream there. So thank you everyone for joining in the stream and having a chat, whether you joined literally 5 minutes ago or here from the beginning. I don't know. I probably won't stream again this week. I'll probably stream again this time next week. Maybe on the weekend. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, thanks everyone that tuned in. And hopefully you have a good day. And I'll catch you guys all later. And yeah, goodbye.